Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining me. This is just another breakdown from the weekly newsletter. We're just going to focus on deep sky. There'll be two parts. We're going to talk about small telescopes first. The next video will be on the larger scopes. Small telescopes, I'm thinking 4 to 8 inches, somewhere in there. Maybe a little bit less if you got an 80 millimeter refractor. But anyway, let's get started with that. This is the week from the 12th to 18th. It's galaxy season's at its peak. The moon reaches new moon on the 17th, so this is just a fantastic week, weather permitting, to get out and see a lot of galaxies and perhaps a few other objects that we tend to forget about sometimes in the spring because we're so focused on galaxies. We have some candy objects this week. You have up here in the upper left the Beehive cluster, Messier 44. It's a sprawling open cluster in the constellation of Cancer, the crab. It's best at low power. It looks like a swarm of diamonds, literally. If you haven't ever seen it, it's great to image. It's great to visually observe. We'll get out there and see that one. You can see here we have M81 and 82, Bodes and Cigar galaxies up in Ursa Major, just a stunning pair. M81 is the bright oval, and M82 is the jagged high surface brightness splinter galaxy off to the left of that image. See what you can see. See if you can pull the dark lane out of M82. Can you get the spiral arms out of M81? Or do you just see bright cores? Take a look at them. Challenge yourself. Look deeper. Image deeper if you're doing that. Okay? You can see down in the lower left, we have the Ghost of Jupiter, NGC 3242. It's a very bright planetary nebula. It's often overlooked. It's in the constellation of Hydra. It has a distinct pale blue-green hue and a high surface brightness that will take magnification in a scope extremely well. See if you can see the inner and outer shells on this one or image them. We also have Algebra Gamma Leonis. It's one of the finest double stars in the sky. Features the two golden orange components that are easily split at about 100x magnification. Then, of course, you got the Black Eye Galaxy, which we have here in that image. The challenge with the Black Eye Galaxy, it's located in Coma Berenices. It's that famous dark dust lane, the eye, the black eye, that's visible in a 6-inch scope or greater. See if you can pull it out with a 4-inch and see what you get if you're doing that. Imaging, can you pull out that black eye there on that dust lane by the core? And there's your challenge there. You also have one of the most magnificent globular clusters in Canis Venatici. It's Messier 3. It's second only to Messier 13 in my book, in the constellation of Hercules, the great globular there. And that comes up about midnight if you want to compare the two. But if you haven't looked at M3 or if it's been a while, go take a look at M3. I don't care the size of your scope. You can use the smaller scope to see it. But if you have a larger scope, man, bring some magnification on that sucker. It's awesome. The challenging objects for those who have a smaller scope, let's just go through those. Some of these have images, some of them don't. You got the Owl Nebula, Messier 97. That's a large faint planetary nebula in Ursa Major. See if you can get the eyes. The darker spots are a real test for a 4 to 8 inch scope, and an O3 filter will help you with that, but there's a challenge for you. NGC 2903, here it's on the left in this image. It's a beautiful spiral in the nose of Leo. It's bright, but requires averted vision to see the subtle texture of its spiral arms. And there's the challenge. With a smaller scope, can you pull out the spiral arms? You have M98. It's a nearly edge-on spiral. Don't have an image of that in Virgo. It has a very low surface brightness that makes it easy to sweep past if you aren't careful. See if you can pick up Messier 98. Here you can see on the far right we have NGC 32, 26, and 27. I observed them last time I was out at New Moon in March. Just outstanding. Sketched them, imaged them, fantastic. They're a pair of interacting galaxies near Algebra in Leo. Seeing both distinct cores is a great test of your sky transparency. I was able to do that, and actually they really do look like they're touching. They almost look like a dual core, to be honest with you, in some ways. You have in the middle here the intergalactic wanderer, Caldwell 25. Very, very distant globular cluster. It's extremely faint, and if you're looking at a telescope and find it, it will look like just a tiny ghostly smudge, really. But it's interesting to see it and know what it is, and there's some history behind it. We won't get into it now, but take the time to look up and study about that one. It's well worth hunting down just to say that you got it. Then you have Cor Coralis. It's a double star. It's an easy split. The challenge is seeing the subtle color contrast. Some see blue, yellow, others see white and lilac. What do you see when you look at that? So those are some of them. There's some other ones. We'll add on, of course, M3 I have there again. You can go see the Leo triplet, M65 and 66, 3628. The Hamburger is there. You got the Ghost of Jupiter, and you got M51, which is there. And these are just some a little bit more candy show pieces for smaller size telescopes. Again, all of these, the Leo triplet, M51 is beautiful. Ghost of Jupiter, which we talked about already, is there. Some challenging ones in a small scope are some of these. You have right up here, you have the Needle Galaxy. You have NGC 4565. Don't have this imaged here. It's a candy object for big scopes, but in a 4-inch, it's a delicate test of averted vision. You're looking for the razor thin line of light with a thin central bulge on that one. Here you have M94. We have the image of it here in the upper left. The Crockeye Galaxy. The challenge here isn't seeing the bright core, but detecting with a smaller scope the extremely faint outer ring of star formation. Can you do that? You have NGC 3115, the Spindle Galaxy. It's an extremely pointy lenticular galaxy. The challenge is resolving the sharp tapering ends of the disk. And then you got Hickson 44. That's over here on the far left. It's a compact group of 4 galaxies in the neck of Leo, spotting all 4 members, NGC 3193, 3190, 3187, 3185, and an 8-inch requires high magnification and really steady air. Good transparency. Seeing doesn't hurt either. I've seen that one. I sketched it last time I was out in 17 and a half. I'm looking forward at some point just pulling out my MP101, seeing what I can see in it at some point at a dark sky during new moon. Anyway, we'll come back on some of these later when we come to the next video for larger scopes, 10-inch or larger. Anyway, I hope you found that helpful. Hope you found it interesting. Again, the full newsletter is over at Eadsy Astronomy. Consider joining if you appreciate the content we're bringing, and we will catch you next time. Thanks for joining me.